Roblox add-on. And then I'm gonna be playing Legends Battleground.
I won the lottery and hid it from my poor family. I won the lottery, but I haven't told
Okay.
anyone. After taxes, my winnings were just under $4 million. I paid off debts, fixed my truck, hired an accountant, and put most of it in savings. I kept my job and didn't move because my family's a mess. My brother's a meth addict. My sister...
Hey, Jim's still in there. Just want to know your feelings. And yeah, it's my monthly bills. So I do have still looks like it's killing me. Oh, they're not him. Yeah, my bad. Okay, chat. I'm gonna shoot this square. Gotcha. Oh my fucking god. For y'all! For y'all! For y'all! You gonna die! For y'all! You gonna die! For you! You done so? Take a pound. Dash in. Do big. Yeah. Dash in. Hit. Slash 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's what's just gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fly down and see without him. Nah! But I refuse. Wait.
Very selfish and violent, and my mom still blames everything on my late dad. I didn't want them pretending to care about me just for money. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years, and recently proposed. She said yes, and I bought a modest ring to keep my secret safe. I wanted to make sure she was with me for who I am. Now that I'm sure, I plan to tell her everything. We had a rare weekend off, so we went to dinner, saw a movie, and then grabbed drinks. I told her we'd never have to worry about money, and she could do whatever she wanted with her job. She looked shocked, so I handed her a financial statement, explaining I'd won the lottery before we met. She started crying, not from joy, but fear. She had $40,000 in debt and thought I'd leave her for hiding. After a long talk, we agreed on a prenup. I'll pay off her debt after we're married, but my winnings remain mine. Now I'm finally quitting my job, and we'll take time off to enjoy life together. I won the lottery and...
Chat, we're gonna welcome. Oh, hell no, that's a bloody man. I haven't even got time to use my moves. Wait, you know what? The fuck? I just got here. No. I am getting you. No, but I refuse. No, but I refuse. Moment. Okay.
Pathetic.
Is this the essence of fighting? It's right! The essence of fighting! It's the essence of fighting! Where's he at? You! Nah, my revenge is gonna be great! My revenge is gonna be great! This is why the Wi-Fi turned off. Chat, I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi turned off. Like, what? Why?
Parents, when did you know you raised your child right? My 8-year-old son's dream has always been to adopt a puppy, and so for his birthday this year, we took him to an animal shelter. At the shelter, my son spotted a pit bull named Frank, and he absolutely fell in love with him. The thing about Frank was he had an extremely sad frown on his face, and my heart broke for him. The nurse told us he had been severely abused in the past and was absolutely terrified of people. My husband and I weren't sure that adopting a traumatized pit bull was a good idea, but our son put his foot down and told us that he was not leaving here without Frank, and so Frank came home with us that day. He was at first extremely shy and scared of us, and he'd growl at my husband if he ever tried to go close to him, but the more we fed him treats, the more we took him on walks, and the more my son played with him, the more Frank started to gain his charm. Frank slept in our son's room. In the morning, our son would start to play by taking him on a walk. Now a happy and loving pit bull. He's a core member of the he became adopted. Parents, when did you know you raised your child right? My 8-year-old son's dream has always been to adopt a puppy. And so for his birthday this year, we took him to an...
One day, a teacher asked her class to write down what they wanted to be when they grew up. A little boy eagerly wrote, "I want to be a doctor." The teacher took his paper and told him to give it to his mother. When he came home, he handed the note to his mother, but as she read it, tears filled her eyes. The note said, "Your son can't be a doctor." Not wanting to crush his dreams, she hid the letter from him. Years went by, and the boy grew up, seemingly headed down a different path. But one day, while cleaning the house, he stumbled upon the note from his teacher. As he read it, tears welled up in his eyes. The next day, he made a life-changing decision. He would work tirelessly to become a doctor, no matter what it took. With unwavering determination, he pursued his dream. Finally, the day arrived. He became a doctor. He joined a prestigious hospital and was even awarded Best Doctor of the Year. During the awards ceremony, he spotted his mother in the crowd, her face beaming with pride. As he accepted the award, he introduced her to the audience. "This is my mom, the one who always believed in me." The room erupted in applause as his mother's eyes filled with tears. With his voice trembling with emotion, he continued, "She never told me I couldn't be a doctor. She just didn't want me to be disappointed. Hard work and determination. One day, the teacher asked her class to write down what they wanted to be when they grew up.
Bitch! No. That's not what's gonna happen. You won't just sit here and try to do me, and then want to get fucking pissed.
And the boy grew up, seemingly down a different path.
Wham! Yeah,
The next
pussy.
day, he made a life-changing decision. He would work tirelessly to become a doctor. I really want to keep it. Some girls rode on my car and thought they would get away with it. My dad is in the hospital, not in good shape. The parking garage is right next to a big top. I assume a lot of college students because there is no parking downtown. I exit my car and start walking towards the hospital. They wrote, "This is not student market. We have been watching. I'm super confused why they are touching my car." And I asked them, "What are you doing?" They began to school me and tell me calling a tow truck without even me explaining myself. I was pretty mad. And said something along the lines of, "You're wrong to take business. My dad's in the hospital." She does not apologize, and I guess did not believe me because she just stood there. She then thought I was leaving as I got into the car to grab the laundry and started guilting me that he tried nothing in the hospital for taking a parking spot. Even though this parking lot is empty, there are about 50 still open. I grabbed the laundry and said, "I am bringing this to my dad. Can you shut the hell up? If my car gets towed, I'm getting you fired." One of them started crying, still did not apologize. I think they were panicked trying to call off a tow truck, and I just walked away. Some girls rode on my car and thought they would get away with it. My dad is in the hospital, not in good shape. The parking garage is right next to a big college. I assume a lot of college students might use the parking garage to park because there is no parking downtown. I exit my car and start walking towards the hospital, but I forgot halfway through about the clothes I was supposed to bring to my dad. I head back and I see two girls in scrubs riding on the back of my car with their fingers through dust on the back windshield. They wrote, "This is not student parking. We have been watching you." I'm super confused why they are touching my car, and I asked them, "What are you doing?" They began to scold me and tell me they were calling a tow truck without even me explaining myself. I was pretty mad, and I cut her off and said something along the lines of, "Mind your own freaking business. My dad..."
Having a brutally honest friend can either be the best experience ever or the worst experience ever. Because I have a friend like this, and one time he went to Europe, so we didn't see each other for a couple of months. And right when he got back, his mom and I picked him up from the airport, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "You gained some weight, dog." You could have just said hello or something, but that's not even the most out-of-pocket thing he's done, because there was another time where I was in the middle of me confessing this to him, he goes, "Has anyone ever told you that you have really big pores?" No, actually, no one has ever said that to me. Probably because that's not what he's doing. It's like he can't stop himself from saying every single thought that comes into his mind. But this type of friend is important because he motivates me to be my best self, because if I'm not, I'm terrified of what he'll say. Having a brutally honest friend can either be the best experience ever or the worst experience ever. Because I have a friend like this, and one time he went to Europe, so we didn't see each other for a couple of months. And right when he got back, his mom and I picked him up from the airport, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "You could have said hello or something," but then
I'm starting to fall in love with my wife, but I don't know how to deal with it. 4 years ago, my wife passed away after complications during the birth of our second son. Coming home, I was devastated. I felt like I'd never find happiness. Needing help, I asked Max, sister of a Marine guardian, to fill my room and assist with the boys. She had just left an abusive relationship and was struggling financially, so we made an arrangement. She'd help with the house in exchange for a place to stay. Gas was only $20 trauma and health issues caused by her. I had to see a doctor, and it was marriage, so she could benefit from my insurance. We both needed something to lean on, but intimacy was never part of the deal. It had for 3 years. She's been friendly, caring with the boys, working as a baker, and almost paying off her debts. She keeps my wife's memory alive and is always reminding them of everything. I started to notice my feelings. Drawn to now I wonder, does she feel the same? Should I risk bringing it in? I'm starting to fall in love with my life, but I don't know how to deal with it. Years ago, my wife passed away after complications during the birth of our second son. I was deployed. Coming home, I was devastated. Like I'd never find happiness again. Needing help, I asked Cass, the sister of a Marine guardian, to help my wife and assist with the boys. She had just left an abusive relationship and was struggling financially, so we made an arrangement. She'd help with the house in exchange for a place to stay. Cass was only 20, recovering from trauma and health issues caused by her past. I helped her see a doctor, and in time we agreed to a platonic marriage so she could benefit from my insurance. We both needed someone to lean on, but intimacy was never part of the deal. For the past 3 years, she's been working. My wife's memory alive for the boys, reminding them who their real mother is. But lately, I started to notice my feelings for her. The way she cares for my kids. I got her. Does she feel the same? Should I risk passed away after our second son. I was deployed at the time, and coming home, I was devastated.
Talking about it. Shut up, Logan! Shut up, Logan! Get him with the hot. I'm gonna hit you with a hot. Nah, let's go. Let me cook that. Let me cook now. Let me cook now. I said, let's Let me cook now. Let me cook now. I said, let me cook. Let me cook.
But what about bird wings? I mean, how are down here growing wings? Got next question. Next question. Hey, Coach, if I'm making burgers, we're on wings here. Okay, but what about burgers? Wings. I mean, I'm already out here grilling. Wings.
A woman had a husband, and every Valentine's Day, her husband would have flowers delivered to their house with a note that read, "My love for you grows every day." For 46 years, the husband would do that every Valentine's Day, but one day he died. The wife was sad, but couldn't change anything. After 6 months, when it was Valentine's Day, she was sitting in her house crying when suddenly she heard a knock on the door. "Hey, your husband sent you these flowers." "No, it cannot be. He is dead." The delivery man replied, "Your husband paid for these flowers a while ago before he died." She took the flowers and saw the note she received every year, but this time it read, "My love for you is endless. I swear on your parents, please don't go without liking this video. I desperately need your support." Am I the a-hole for choosing my brother's school bully over him for my wedding? My brother, in middle school, had a bully named Max. School kind of sucked and no one did anything about it. I am 4 years older than my brother and Max. I didn't have the money to go to college, so I spent a few years saving up cash. I went to a community college, and Max was there with me. We were on the same track, so we worked together, but I didn't get close to him until my grandfather died, and my family didn't tell me until the day of the funeral. It was rough, and he really helped me out. I brought up his bullying, and he told me he would send a letter to apologize. My brother got it and basically said he doesn't forgive him, which is his right. I am 34 now, and I am still close with him. He is going to be my best man. I told my family this, and most were happy since they know how much he has helped me out before. My brother, on the other hand, hates it. He told me he won't come to my wedding if Max is invited. We got in an argument with me just saying, "You can't be in the same building and not talk to someone." He claims it's the principle of it, and won't go to the wedding unless I am invited. Am I the a-hole? Little Timmy failed law and decided to make a deal with his professor. He asked me, "Sir, do you know everything about law?" The professor replied, "Yes." Timmy said, "If you can answer this question, I will accept my final marks. If you can't, you have to give me an A." The professor agreed. Then Timmy asked, "What is legal, but not logical? Logical, but not legal, and neither legal nor logical?" The professor thought about it for hours and pondered, but no, he had to finally give up. He did not know. He little Timmy instead. The following day, the professor asked the same question to his student. Little Timmy. Timmy answered, "Sir, you're 62 and married to a 25-year-old. This is legal, but not logical. Your wife is having an affair with a 24-year-old boy. This is logical, but not legal. Your wife's boyfriend has failed his exam, and yet you have given him an A. It's neither logical nor legal." Little Timmy failed law and decided to make a deal with his professor. He asked, the professor replied, "Yes." Timmy said, "If you can answer this question, I will accept my final marks. If you can't, you have to give me an A." The professor agreed. Then Timmy asked, "What is legal, but not logical? Logical, but not legal, and neither legal nor logical?" The professor thought about it for hours and pondered, but no, he had to finally give up, as he really did not know. He gave little Timmy his A. The following day, the professor asked the same question to his student. Little Timmy. Timmy answered, "Sir, you're 62 and married to a 25-year-old. This is legal, but not logical. Your wife is having an affair with a 24-year-old boy. This is logical, but not legal. Your wife's boyfriend has failed his exam, and yet you have given him an A. It's neither logical nor legal."
Tenz's mom explains the famous yelling clip. Like, I was really sick, and it's very difficult when, you have a teenage son, and he games for hours, and he's not eating properly, going out drinking, he has school. I made him a smoothie in the morning. He woke up at 8, and he's like, "Mom, can you make me my smoothie?" "Yes, sure." Made him a smoothie, and I come back at like noon, and his smoothie's like half gone. And then he's like, I was like, "Finish your smoothie." And he's like, "Well, can I have noodles for lunch too?" And I was like, so I made him noodles, and we were gonna have a turkey dinner. So when I got back, and I was like dying sick, like awful sick. And when I got back, his noodles were all soaked up. Dinner's in an hour. He didn't finish his smoothie, so he's not eating. He's not getting the nutrition he needs. So it's very stressful. So I kind of lost. Tenz's mom explains the famous yelling clip.
Like, I was really sick, and it's very difficult when, you have a teenage son, and he games for hours, and he's not eating properly, going out drinking, he has school.